Hi, my name is Ika. I'm here to share my experience as a child in this world and how I died when I was 3 years old. I was born into a culture, into a family that had a specific ritual, a cult. Within these rituals, it worked as follows. The families were able to have more than 8, 9 children in hopes that there would be more than one male born into the particular specific family. Every second male was used for a specific ritual that would be sacrificed to rebirth a older male within the culture into the settlement once more. It was believed that if a child was sacrificed to the protectors, to the gods, to the one that gives life, the older male would be rebirthed within himself and would then have a longer life in this world and would be able to be initiated into their next life, to their next stage of being. And I was one of the second males born into a family, and I was sacrificed for my father. So what occurs is I represent him as a child, and within that I represent him as a child. So basically I would be the child as him, and in sacrificing me he would then have a double life span within himself, and he would attain to his next life within this life. So he would basically, when he dies, he would continue existing, he would continue living within a parallel existence, within a parallel universe. He would still remain here. And how the ritual occurred was I would be placed onto a log-like structure. All the beings from the settlement would gather. I would be brought on by my mother on a red silk material like cloth. It would be evening. There would be logs, fire. Everyone would have their bodies painted with specific symbols. The coming together, the unity representing everyone coming together as one for the one, the protector, the one that gives life. And then I would be cut. I would be cut open by my arms while I'm awake. I was cut open by my arms, my forearms, my fingers, all my fingers, basically all the points on my human physical body as a baby, 3 years old, always at 3, which represents the trinity of the one coming together, mind, body, and soul. And I would be cut even at the tips of my fingers, my face, under my eyes itself, my forehead, with a blunt knife, because the cutting open would represent the opening of me so that my spirit as a child of innocence would come out completely and encompass my father. And as they would cut, he would stand in front of me, and he would specifically penetrate his penis into my bum, which would be the connection point where my spirit would come through and come into him. There was no actual movement, it's just the one point of penetration so that my spirit would come through as the child, as him, and encompass in him as him. And that penetration was done after I was cut open in all the places so that I would be able to flow through. And that flow through would be indicated the moment I die. So I die, and in that dying, my spirit, or the innocence of the child as the child's spirit, would enter my father, and he would then stand. And during that entire ritual, all the members within the settlement would sing a specific expression of sound, because that sound then vibrates the entire being of the physical human body, and in that vibration, that's the indication that the spirit of me as the child, as him, as my father, is now penetrating and integrating entirely. And the moment the vibration stops and all the members of the tribe stop singing and I'm dead, is the initiation complete, and my father then has the entrance to his next life that would be just a prolonged life after he leaves this life within which he's experiencing himself. And the women were always seen as the slaves, the workers for the gods, the god, that the one which gives life, that was the one of which this ritual was done. So it was believed that, when my spirit enters after the shaking and the singing and I'm dead, and the penetration, that that which gives life, the one, the protector, the creator, has given permission for the male, the father, to enter the prolonged next life within an alternate dimension, an alternate existence. And if this process didn't take place where the male would specifically shake, the shaking was specific, then the male would then be killed along with the child, because the one that which gives life did not give permission for him to enter the next life, the prolonged life. So that is how I was killed by ritual, by the existence of ritual within this world. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.